What?
We are here. This is where your home is.
Who is we?
Give me a moment.
A moment! There's a fucking ghost at the fucking top of the stairs. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
You deserve each other.
Oh shit, the ghost is upset. Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Gatformacy. Welcome back to another episode of The Letter. Now, we progressed the last time a lot, and this will be the last chapter, the very last episode, Luke's chapter. We're going to find out the truth. We're going to find out what happened and why this ghost has been haunting these people ever since we started playing the game. So, without further ado, Gatformacy with the last episode of The Letter. See you guys at the end of the video. This is where we ended. Remember I told you we got a clue, like a memory? This was the memory. There's the princess. There's the lady who's been haunting all the people in the old days. We're gonna find out what happened, bruhs. Okay. She doesn't want this.
You lacked care. You forget your place and you've indulged yourself far too much in this fantasy of yours.
Okay. This is vile, like vomit and sludge brushing against my skin before it covers me until I'm weighed down. Disgusting. Wrong. Stop it.
You've overstepped your boundaries and livery.
Stop it. This is wrong. Please.
May I remind you that you are nothing but a servant, a slave. An unattractive, unchaste harlot who thinks too much of herself.
Please, no more. One after the other they come at me, an unending flood that threatens to sweep me away for what feels like an eternity. Each one a show of both joy and suffering for those who have called this mansion their home. Each new scene is like a hammer to the head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. I can feel every little emotion in the blurry images that present itself in my head. I feel a part of these, like I've lived through them, though I know that is not possible. All their anger burns through me, that much is evident, but the pain more so. And above all of it are the whispers. The voices calling, luring, until one image emerges in vivid contrast with the others. When there's a shout of joy, my eyes snap open, looking for the culprit. That's when the whole room just changes. Everything is the same, yet everything isn't. There are people everywhere laughing and dancing. I should be concerned about them, but my mind finds it easy to dismiss them as they fade in and out from nothingness. Is this Luke? Is Luke seeing this vision? Instead, I find my concentration drawn to a man and a woman, though can only call them a lord and a lady going by their clothes. And oh, just see how happy the couple looks. Though the man's eyes are eerily blank, like he's not all there. His face is familiar though, in fact they both are, but I can't quite place why. The two make for a pretty picture as they dance in the center of the ballroom. Even the phantom crowd's attention stay on them. It reminds me so much of Hannah and I during the early days of our marriage, the honeymoon years they call it. We were happy then too, all smiles and her sunshine. Even with the normal dreary weather, younger, we had less to worry about, or at least thought that way. I wished we could go on that way, even with all that I did and had to do. But life has a way of catching up. There was work to be done. Although we had to stay the loving, perfect couple in public, I could not afford to look so weak, to appear tied down to someone else, to those who knew who I really am. I had to harden my heart when I have business, but it hadn't always been so easy to just switch that part of me on and off. It must be a dream, or a really horrible high. Just then I can feel eyes on me as I contemplate the absurdity of the situation, yet I find difficulty in trying to tear my eyes away from the two dancing. I manage, and I regret looking away. Oh shit. The woman from the garden stands beside me. I can hear her rattling breath, menacing and chilling. Everything in me screams to run, but something pins me to the spot as she just looks at me, watching and waiting. The clamour of their voices fill the ballroom. Although they say such welcoming words, I do not feel comforted by the madness I'm experiencing. Their joyous voices turn sinister and foreboding to my ears. The chorus of people that shouldn't exist, threaten to overwhelm me, drown me even as I stand on dry land. The music still plays as the phantom quartet continues while I stand here, vulnerable and afraid, but the dance has already ended, and I'm afraid that I might just be tonight's entertainment. Attention is all well and good until bollocks like this go down. These phantom people watch me, thousands of eyes scrutinizing though they cheer for my return, cajole me to dance and join the merriment. There are eager hands all over, pulling me in every direction, but they do not move me enough to remove me from the woman's gaze.
Listen. Can you not hear them as they welcome you home? Your kind, our kind. You're one of us, my love. We are bonded by the blood we share.
The blood you share? If I thought the voices were overwhelming before, it is nothing compared to how they are now. Their voices are loud, speaking in unison, and echoing ever on in the spaces of my head. They welcome me back as if I've always belonged, as if I was meant to be here in the first place. They call me all these titles and names that do not belong to me and that man's face. The one with the empty eyes flashes again before me. Once fleetingly, like a new memory having burned itself in my mind. I have to struggle for air when I come back to myself after.
This isn't...
The welcomes turn into screams at my protest, pained and desperate pleas for my help, telling me that it is my duty to stay. Telling me that I belong among them, to them.
Our Lord, mine.
So you finally return to us. The compulsion to walk into her arms is strong. Whispers in my head tell me to go to her. They say that she is safety, she is home and heart. We have been waiting for so long. But repulsed at these thoughts, I wrench away and turn with a small gasp. Without hesitation, I start to make a run for it. I nearly falter when an angry shriek pierces the air, inhuman and monstrous. Ah, shit! I don't dare look back. I just run. I didn't care if this is a drug-induced hallucination or not. Just run. Out of the ballroom. And out of the parlor. It's only then that I bother to look back, hoping and praying to the God I scorn that it did not pursue me. I would have run all the way out of the mansion too if only someone didn't get in my way. I collide with a body much larger than mine and fall back to the ground, head spinning as I look up at the stained glass. Turning my head to the side replaces the colourful sight with a pair of shiny black shoes. Who is it?
You really must look where you're going if you insist on running about. Do tell, where is the fire?
The fuck? I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Yeah.
I do hope you don't have a concussion. Can you count backwards from 15 to 1 for me?
Oh, fuck off, you wanker. Just help me up.
I do not think insulting me if you do have a concussion is a smart decision. But no, really. 15 to 1.
That woman, she was here. I told you to keep an eye out for her.
No bruising or bump. That still does not mean that you don't have a concussion. If you are too lazy to count backwards, can you tell me your full name? Where are you currently?
We don't have... Lucille Mitchell Wright. And this is the Ermengarde bloody fucking foyer. But we don't have time for this.
You must make and have the time to make sure you are not broken in the head. I have already sent security to scour the whole house when I saw you running out of the parlor, Dummkopf. If the woman is here, they will have her. You will only be slowing them down if you plan to interfere.
It's a ghost, man. You can't catch a ghost.
I was hoping that you would be tired from dealing with the young miss on my return. Instead, you come running and hit your head. Such a troublesome boy. Shall I be carrying you to bed, too?
I can manage just fine on my own. Though I don't see how I can sleep until that woman is caught.
It'll be easier to keep you safe in your quarters. This is twice we've known the woman to break in. I think we can safely presume that you hold her interest.
Tana, she came home with you from the hospital, didn't she?
She's supposed to be here. I sent one of the maids to accompany her here, to let her rest.
And where is she?
Stay.
I'm not staying in here while Hana stays out there.
One of the guards will find her and bring her here.
And what if they don't? What if that woman gets to her first? What if she already has her?
That's not possible.
You can't promise that.
There's no second thought as I reach under my side of the bed and pull out one of my knives. I've no doubt that the other man can take me on if we are both unarmed. But with this I can even the field, or at least deter him from escalating the situation, risking hurting either of us.
I'm going out there to look for Hana. And you're either with me or you aren't. I'm not risking Hana, and I'm not leaving her alone.
Can you see yourself in the mirror right now? You are in no proper state to go looking for anyone. If it will make you happy, I will do the looking. But please, and don't make me repeat this, stay where it's safe, where security can find you. We already have one person to be worried about. Please don't add another one to it.
You have 2 hours, Shirokin. I don't think it'll take that long to find one missing woman in this house. 2 hours. Any more than that, and I'm going out there.
Of course.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And the knife?
The knife stays.
Very well.
Hectic! The fuck is Hana?
Who are you? Stay away!
Sweet dreams, my love. It'll be over soon. Tuesday.
I am here.
What?
We are here. This is where your home is.
Who is we? Where you belong for the blood we share. Come back to us. How long has it been since? Johannes has never taken this long before.
Surely there should have been an update by now.
So why isn't there?
Please don't go.
Bloody hell, the cretins I've surrounded myself with.
Jesus Christ. And isn't that enough reason to force myself out of bed? As it has always been the case. Fuck. My eyes fly open, expecting the warm rays of sunshine filtering through the curtains. Damn! Only to be greeted by a blinding flash of light and a loud boom of thunder that sounded nearly too close to my ears.
Oh, great. The power's still out. That is
Bloody
exactly what I need
ESCOM.
right now. Yes. Johans! Has someone been sent to take the circuit breaker yet?
No answer.
Johans?
Silence.
Shirokin! Someone! Anyone?
Still nothing, and my cordial mood is quickly dissipating.
Where are those idiots when you need them?
I fucking don't know, Luke. It must have been 2 hours by now.
Where the fuck did everyone go?
I don't fucking know, bruh. I thought you were waiting for 2 hours. Shit, he can see them. It's all gone crazy when these intruders come into my house. I'm no stranger to a cop playing dirty. The smart ones knew that neither life nor criminals are going to play fair. But Lily, the estate agent, she doesn't seem the sort, and Daisy too. What will Kylie think of her Miss Pink if the poor tyke finds out about this? Not to mention Mince. Hana trusted her. I trusted her to be a professional at the very least, for fuck's sake.
Well, well, what have we here? If I were any less sober, I'd say this is the beginning of a joke.
Holy shit, she's talking to him!
For all the wrong made to us.
Motherfucker!
Let's see. A high school teacher, a real estate agent, and an interior designer walk into a mansion.
Motherfucker, that was loud.
Had I... People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
Alright. This is where we were in the last one.
Pathetic.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't...
So I thought at this part you could see Luke's face because it's technically his chapter, so go ahead. There's no desperation in him like I'm hoping, just an annoyance flickering shortly before being hidden underneath a challenge. The likes of him are the kind of people I hate the most. Even with their failures already glaring down at them, mocking every worthless move they make, they have the impudence to stare people in the eye.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall. You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
I've expected him to hold until one of us shoots the other. Can't say it'll be more exciting that way. A bullet inside any part of my body isn't something I'd like to have on a bad day like today, or any day for that matter, but it'll surely be predictable of him. And I like predictable. They're the kind of people who are the easiest to deal with no matter the situation.
Listen, right, I need you to...
But alas.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already. In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now. And you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well. What is it that you people really want with me? This is the third time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend me? Or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers? Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go.
Yeah, man, come on, let's get out of
You need
here.
to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Yes, this is where we were.
Please.
Motherfucker. I've always been cautious and careful cutting off Trouble's head before things can escalate if I'm able. That's why I deal with the likes of Harvey, Suarez, and Johannes. For all who we are, for all the enemies the likes of us can make, such a thing has never happened before because I do everything to make sure it doesn't happen. So to see Hana in danger, I don't quite know how to feel or what to do. Of all the times for there to be a hostage situation, if this is even one, why now? Good fucking God, what is going on here?
Help me. Please. Please make it stop.
Why?
Please. They're in my head. Screaming. It hurts so much. Please. I can't.
Help her, man! Something in me snaps. There's a switch in my head that wants to go one way or the other. Demand Hana's release? Demand Hana's release! What am I doing? What am I even hesitating? I won't go on far to claim that I'm any sort of decent human being, but this is Hana, my wife I'm talking about here. What sort of husband, what sort of father would I be if I just stood by idly while she was in danger?
Let go of her! Don't hurt her! Whatever it is you want! Just don't you dare hurt her!
And if my voice isn't as firm as I'd like, it doesn't matter. I will beg and plead if I have to.
What do you want? Money? Is that it? I'll give you however much you want.
It's not about money, bruh!
Luke, please make it stop. I want it to stop.
Just stop whatever it is you're doing to her. Can't you see she's hurting? Let go of her. Now!
Do you really wish to be with her?
More than anything. So please, let her go.
Though her expression doesn't change, I have this most awful feeling that it wasn't the answer she was looking for. I can see how the woman's fingers tighten around Hana's throat, hear the hitch in her breath, and I fear that I'd made the worst decision in speaking out. I didn't think she would listen, yet she does. A hand on Hana's back sends her falling down the stairs. I move to catch her, and that sends us both sprawling at the foot of the stairs. With my back to the ground and her on top of me, the pain doesn't even register in my head. All I can worry about is Hana and the baby's well-being as I pull the both of us off the ground and away from the stairs, away from her.
All right, Hana. Are you...
It takes much too long for my liking before she speaks.
We are fine, Luke. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment.
A moment! There's a fucking ghost at the fucking top of the stairs. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
You deserve each other.
Oh shit, the ghost is upset.
Look at me, Hana. Look, I'm here. You're safe. I won't let her hurt you again. Do you understand? Just breathe. How dare you! I don't care who you are, but how dare you touch Hana! I want you out of my house! Out before I call the police and have you put away for the rest of your miserable life!
She's dead, bruh. She's a ghost.
And that goes for all of you!
Great. They're in the middle of it now as well. She just laughs in my face. A terrible, dreadful laugh that makes me feel as if there are ants crawling on my skin and maggots squirming into my eyes.
You are telling me to get out of your house. You threatened to lock me up.
She laughs and she
What's so
laughs.
funny? What are you laughing at? None of this is funny!
But she persists and it almost feels like a voice is in my head.
No different. No different. You're all the same. You can all suffer together.
That is when everything turns to complete and utter shite. Please no. Oh my god, everything is red! It's a slow thing, a whisper more than a bang as the darkness creeps into every corner of the room. Look, they're all there except for... Z-Man is not there! The walls shudder and groan. Blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls and stains the floor. Feels as if life itself is being sucked from the house slowly but surely. Cacophony of voices from nowhere and everywhere echoing throughout the now horrid walls. Voice that neither belongs to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
Is it the voices like from way there back then? Or what happened there? Did she murder all those people? Is that what it is?
Help me. Oh my god. Please, somebody. Anybody. Who are you? Stay away.
No. Stay away. Stay away.
No! She's here! You've got to let me out! She's gonna kill me! Someone! She's...
Their screams fill the mansion. She laughs all the while, a harsh, agonizing sound that goes on for what feels like forever. Motherfucker. Until there is nothing but silence, her horrid smile and pale hands reaching out to me, calling, beckoning, pleading. I'm terrified, I really am, like I should be, but I've never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. Cowering in a corner doesn't keep me safe and it will not keep me alive. Not like rage does. I've learned to use this burning hate inside of me to survive. There is no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share? This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay together with me, with us, with people no different from you.
What is she talking about?
What is she talking about, Luke? What does she mean?
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone.
Well, he didn't, but the fucking prince, what the fuck did he promise?
Hana, you're the one who bought this house. How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
A terrible case of mistaken identity. That must be it. I'm quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say that to someone like her? In my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to a mere two people, Hana Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those who claim I've promised anything to them can go fuck themselves. Bloody hell, I may enjoy the company of women, but I'm not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. A line must be drawn, especially if I'm to keep myself alive. Yet she still goes on, insists, making me appear a liar in front of these people.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten?
But lady, we need some context here, please.
You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed. Still no difference against you and I.
Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes. Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again, her hands. A gory, abhorrent sight, along with that smile spread across her face. My body's already moving on instinct, stumbling back one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her, anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house, out of this country preferably. Take Hana with me, we can start a new life out of this dreadful city, start a family. There's nothing for us here. Her parents were long gone, nothing to keep us tied to this place. Shroken has likely been taken by this woman, and he's not what binds me to this wretched city. I only need Hana. We can leave, we can...
Careful, Luke.
What? What happened? My foot steps on something, sending me sliding on my back and flat on the floor. Beside me a paper, a familiar one, flutters down. Shit. Shit! It's this thing again, from the open house. Thought it feels less like a gimmick and more like a threat. With recent events. It must have fallen from one of these peasants in the commotion earlier. For a moment they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wisely keeps their opinion to themselves, leaving the damn thing to simply bear its grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me, help me, help me. Is this it? What they've been telling us? Why everything in my life has gone to shite because of some stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I am not willing to accept. Not any time. From the top of the stairs, the creature moves again, drawing my attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her, but I won't give her the chance. I'm not dying here. I certainly am not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in, despite panic grasps and worried glances from Daisy's friends. I pay them no mind as I reach for the main door and, without warning, it slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I am expecting. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing. What the fuck?
Stand where your place is now, my love. You belong here.
No.
Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
There's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room and I'm on my feet, I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement, using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 6 of us in this room, 3 of them friends at that. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. Bloody hell, even Hana's giving me the same looks as them now, though Mint has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself. You can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. I cannot trust anyone. Not anymore. Not after this. Despite the pleading looks Lily shoots my way, while they all huddle in the corner behind Feathers. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing the unpleasant. She's only human after all. It's never an excuse why even Hana has her cunning manipulative moments, though she does it much subtler than I. Why else would Lily show this letter to us that day if not to save herself? I guess that backfired on her now that she and her own friends are also stuck here. Still have every right to be livid. Everything that I've built has fallen apart, all because these people came into our lives.
You! All of you!
Motherfucker
It's
shit!
all your fault!
Oh no!
If I died in this bloody case! I'm taking you all down with me!
Motherfucker, he's livid!
Put that knife down, Lucille.
Calm down, Wright. The situation's already bad. You're just making it worse.
You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, for this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened!
And blaming everyone in this room isn't going to get us out of this place. Please put that knife down, darling. You might hurt yourself.
Are you taking their side? You're also stuck in this nightmare, Buttercup. What about the children? Aren't you the least bit worried about them? That creature is out to get us, and you're still defending these people!
I'm not defending anyone, Luke. I'm just trying to be reasonable when you're clearly not.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just the one who bought this bloody mansion to begin with. If I didn't know any better, you did this on purpose!
Shit!
Why, no. Why would I ever do that? This was only meant to be an anniversary gift. For you. For us. For the family we're going to have.
Right, anniversary gift. Oh, here's your gift, darling. Oh, by the way, there's a curse included in that package. I hope that's all right. Are you really that eager to get rid of me, Hannah? Because if that's what you've been meaning to do all this time, you might as well just put a knife in my back while I'm...
Suddenly Hannah steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand. Said knife slides I used to see under the table out of my reach. Before my mind registers what's happening, a sharp blow explodes in the side of my head, sending me reeling backwards. Damn, she punched him in the face! Man, that was good!
Don't you dare, Luke. Don't you dare imply I've ever thought of you that way.
That Hannah is never the weak woman I believed her to be. How did I come to think of her as such? She used to be someone I can look up to, isn't she? When you look at her now, the way she stands tall facing a man like me, the same way she has done so all those years ago, I can't help but think. Am I not responsible for taking that part of herself away from her? Enjoy your time, as Mrs. Luke writes. What a bunch of shite. Realizing this, I can only look away when she reaches up and places her hand on my face. Gone is the anger, and only a soft smile remains while she looks at me with a shine in her eyes.
Stop, look at me. We've already talked about this. If we are still going to do this, it has to be the two of us. I will stay with you, but things are going to have to change if we want this to work. We can't keep doubting each other like this.
Not until we find a way out of here.
I'm sure we can. Maybe they know something we don't.
You're gonna rely on them for that? These peasants who brought this on us?
Keep talking about us like that, and see if any of us here will keep you out of this place.
Rebecca, stop! All of you, stop this!
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She has always given me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I've met her, either from her experience or her station in life.
Stop this, please! With or without that damn piece of paper, we still would have ended up in this mess. Oh, sir, you're hurting me!
Shit, what the fuck?
Hey, hands off her, right?
Damn! Luke's got a head.
Feathers, I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Luke, will you stop taking it out on every single person?
Your friend is hiding something, Daisy.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spreads across her features, especially when her eyes land on the damn paper. As much as I want to be considerate right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something!
Ow! Please, sir! I know the paper's useless, okay?
At the mention of the letter, all of a sudden Min stands. I've almost forgotten she's here, her rambling having faded away in the shouting. Without warning, she snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right there and then, but the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that.
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got! No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything. I think...
You don't know what I've seen, Santos.
There were children! Victims! All because they had no idea what this thing will do to them! Oh god, those poor souls! They were screaming and begging before she...
Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients? None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead. I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up. And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends.
or anyone.
Is that what the trip to BRC was for?
Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you guys until I was certain. None of you believed me the first time. I had to find proof.
And yet we're all here! Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found it? This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know. Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening.
Can't
There's
be.
something else. Maybe it's this place that's the problem. Maybe it's this we should be getting rid of.
What? You mean, like, burn this place down?
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value!
What? No! We are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this!
Seriously, Luke, are you really more worried about that?
Yes! How many hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever pounds have we spent on this house?
Buttercup, Marching, millions. It's gonna take years getting all that money back!
Well, you certainly won't be getting any of that money if you're dead. Really, Luke? Is that more important than your life?
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
Oh my god. Burn the letter, burn the mansion. Fuck! Let's burn the I don't know! Burn the letter, burn the mansion. Burn the letter, burn the mansion. I think we should just burn the letter. And it's an easy decision to make, especially with these cries growing louder. I'm getting tired of it, really. I simply have to act fast, think fast, and what else is the root cause of our problem but that letter? No need to make things more complicated. It started from there, why won't it end there? Exactly.
Give me that.
For a second she appears offended until I take out Mum's lighter, Eleanor. The sight of it shuts them all up, but I have no need for their opinion. The next moment I'm already setting the letter on fire. Shit. And it doesn't take too long for the thing to catch fire. It's old, for heaven's sake. Though I make sure none of the ashes end up on anything flammable, it'll be an inferno inside the study with all the books and documents stored here. Shit! I did a good thing! A sharp agonized wail echoes from somewhere in the mansion before quickly dying out, taking with her the horror she has brought upon the mansion. Slowly before our eyes, the mansion changes again. Oh, it's gone back to normal. Blood fading from the walls, ceilings, and the floor, returning the place to its old beauty. Gone is the darkness, quickly replaced by the artificial lights in the room. Even the smell of blood and gore has completely disappeared from the room. Perhaps the only thing undesirable left are the dumbfounded looks they're giving me.
See? Wasn't that easy? For fuck's sake, you people need to get your heads checked. How did you all make it this far in life with that kind of thinking? Well, you can all thank me later for this. You may now show yourselves out of my property before I call the police on you simpleton.
I felt like that was too easy. It's morning. Outside there's only silence. Right? Deafening. Still. The same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside, and with it from the wide open windows is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to the warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxbourne's countryside. Is that it? Epilogue. That's the last thing. For undisclosed reasons to the public, the mansion is put back on the market months later, while Briar Realty Corporation faced criminal charges filed by one Luke Wright. After the news of the lawsuit broke out and the realty company's declaration of bankruptcy, rumors quickly spread across Luxbourne City. But for those who still believe in the stories of the old, and those who know the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets the Ermengarde mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time those will finally be revealed, only the hallowed halls of the mansion knows. To this day it stands silent. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing of voices within, of cries and wails that fill the nights, and desperate calls of help for anyone who dares listen, for those who once tread its halls. Despite their best efforts to make things work between them for the sake of their children, Luke and Hannah Wright were unable to settle their differences. In the end, the latter files for a divorce. For several months they've become the subject of gossips and the mass media in the city. In spite of this, the two have uncharacteristically remained tight-lipped on the circumstances of their separation, turning a new leaf by focusing on a new branch of her interior design company and leaving her interior design company at Luxbourne in the hands of her security instead. So what happened? Is the curse like gone because we burnt the letter? We didn't even find out the real truth of... It's like fate, man. Though she never returns to the city after, she is frequently seen visiting to check on the people who has become acquainted with her years there. In the months that follow, Rebecca Gales becomes a prominent researcher within Luxbourne's major academic circles. Things have inevitably become strained between Ashton Frey and Rebecca Gales in the months following her confession. And with their lives getting busier, the two have eventually drifted apart. Although neither talks about it and the teacher still strives to forget an old love, it's clear in Rebecca that there are still feelings left she couldn't let go. Newfound courage, Isabella Santos finally chooses to pursue what she really wants for herself. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, and with their blessing, she quits her job at Briar Realty Corporation and takes a scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure if she'll be able to keep up by the time she returns to university, she finds her feet soon enough with help from people close to her. And with her confidence in her skills growing, so did the number of people recognizing her and her work. Shortly after accepting the scholarship grant from Luxbourne University, Isabella moves from Salemwell residences in favor of staying in a dorm close to her campus. Although she makes the decision out of convenience, she won't deny also doing it out of a desire to avoid another awkward encounter with Rebecca Gales. Following the aftermath of the curse, the relationship between the two girls have turned lukewarm at best. Oh, shame, man. While she's aware she still has plenty of ways to go, getting back to school has also opened a lot of opportunities for Isabella. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, both Ashton and Isabella know that there are things will never be the same. Gone is their friendly banter and rapport, as are their pretty arguments and light teasing. After all that has been said and done, it's only sensible for things to fall apart the way it all did. It is inevitable, so to speak. Is that it? Oh my god! That's the end! That's the end! I don't believe it. We didn't even find out the real truth. I mean, what happened to her? I mean, you know, the princess was like getting like whatever guys or whatever to torture her or whatever, but what was the real truth? Did she fall in love with the princess? That's why? Guys. Fuck, I'm so confused. I'm still confused. Well, I guess. Thank you so much guys for watching. That's the end of the letter. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment what you think. I'm so confused. I mean, what the hell happened? Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Until then, have an awesome day or night in the gaming world. Nice game, but I'm still confused a bit. Like, I need to look this up. Like, damn, I thought there would be more. Kind of sad that it's over.